Hey guys, Petty Officer Glover here, and today I'm going to show you some basic skills in making a movie in iMovie. You can do this on your phone that they give you for recruiting. I shot this using my iPad, but you can do the exact same thing on iMovie on the iPhone. So to start off with, you need to get some videos from dvidshub.net. If you don't know what that is where all of the public affairs officers post everything. So news stories, videos, images, you can find them all there. It is a great resource for us for when you're making social media. So the first thing you're going to do, you're going to get some of those videos and you're going to download them. It's going to go to the files section. So you're going to go ahead, you're going to open up the files, you're going to find the videos, and then you're going to click Save Video. And what that does is that saves it to your Photos section of your phone. Once you do that and you have them all saved, you're going to go ahead and open up iMovie. Now when you open up iMovie, you're going to have the chance, you're going to click the plus to create a new movie. So once you create the new movie, they're going to ask you to upload your video. So you're going to go ahead, you're going to select those videos from your Photos section and you're going to select them all. Now once you've done that, it's going to put them all down there in the tray. The first thing that I always do is I always remove all of the sound. Sometimes you're going to want that for like voiceovers or for effect, but it's always easier to put the sound back in than have to keep listening to the same sounds over and over again. When making a video, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to have a story in mind. So for this one, we're doing underway replenishment. So I just kind of want to show, here is the supply ship, here is how we connect the supply ship to the Navy ship, and then here's us transferring supplies. So the first part of this is pretty easy. As you can see, I'm going through and I'm cutting up the videos that I have into smaller sections. At the top center of the video, you can see the amount of time that section of the video is. So the goal is to cut it down and start arranging it into the storyline that I've already come up with. This part takes a little bit, but eventually I've got about a 1.5 to 2 minute video that is kind of a rough draft that has all of the different sections that I need for my storyline. So the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to add in some music. Now, iMovie has a bunch of free music that you can add to it. So listen to a couple, see which one kind of matches the mood of the video you're trying to do. This is just basic music that I've picked for it. Once I've got my music in there, I'm going to do my second round of cutting. Once again, my goal is to get under a minute, and with a 2-minute video, I've got plenty of room to cut. In some cases, I've got sections that go on way too long. In some other sections, I have ones that go too short. So I do kind of some moving here and there to figure it out. Once I've got my cuts down to under a minute, the next step is going to be to add titles. Now, in order to do this, I'm looking to put something in there that gives enough information that people understand what's happening, but not so much that they spend their entire time reading it instead of actually watching the video itself. iMovie has a couple of different ways that you can make those titles appear. Don't go for anything too over the top because once again, you don't want it to distract from the video itself. Once I've got all of my titles in, my next step is to go in and watch the video in its entirety. Now, as I go through, especially with the words there now, I start to see some of the spots where the timing that I thought was good, it turns out it's not. So I went from there and I go ahead and I start doing my final cutting. After I do each round of cutting, I go back to the beginning and I restart it. So it seems kind of silly, but by doing that, you really get to notice the flow of the video. So even though a section might look good on its own or next to the next section before or after it, if you don't watch it from the beginning, you're gonna miss parts of it. Once I've completely gone through and done my final review of it, I go ahead and I export the video. Now, you have a choice on how high of quality you want it. Personally, if it's not going on YouTube and you're going to keep to social media like Instagram, Facebook, stuff like that, go ahead, 480 is fine. If it's going on YouTube, do the 720. 1080 personally, I think is a little bit of overkill, because really, with most people watching these on their phones, 720 versus 1080 is not going to do much difference. And that's the basics of using iMovie to turn DVids content into social media content. I really hope you found this useful. There are tons more things that you can do with iMovie that I didn't really cover. If you get more into it, like I have, there's other video editing programs you can use, but this is one that's free. It's on everybody's iPhone, so go ahead and give it a try. The one thing to realize is that this does take some time. Even though this video only ended up being 40 seconds, it can take you a couple of hours to actually cut down and do the video. I went ahead and I sped this up a little bit, did a little bit of editing of my own. But I really hope you enjoyed this. If you want to know more about how to do this stuff, reach out to me on here, reach out to me on Facebook, on Instagram, on email, and I will be happy to help you guys out. Hope you guys have a great day.